Hello and welcome back to Humans and Society. This video focuses on the topic Symbolic Interactionism under the subject Disciplines and Ideas in the Social Sciences. There are dominant approaches and ideas used in the scientific study of society. These approaches offer various ways of looking at society and also offer various ways of explaining the things that are happening in it. These approaches also serve as guides or frameworks in doing research in the social sciences. Symbolic interactionism is a framework of social science which depends on the meaning of symbols developed by people in the process of interaction. It focuses on the subjective meanings that people give to things, events, and behavior. Symbolic interactionism provides a subjective view of reality. It is based on the assumption that people behave based on what they perceive to be true and not what is objectively true. Society is a social construct dependent on human interaction. In symbolic interactionism, the individual is the most important variable. The focus of symbolic interactionism is on individuals and their interactions. Humans are the only creature that has the ability to disrupt the stimulus response process. Many of the ideas in symbolic interactionism are based on the writing of George Herbert Mead. In his book, Mind, Self, and Society, he postulated that the self is a social entity and that the individual is a product of social interaction. Max Weber also has contributions to symbolic interactionism. According to Weber, individuals act according to their interpretation of the meaning of the world, and the goals of our interactions are to create meaning. Before we continue, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment below for topics you would like to be discussed in future videos. A key concept in symbolic interactionism is symbols. Symbols are the means by which people extensively and creatively communicate. Symbols are culturally derived from objects having shared meanings that are created through social interactions. Another key concept in symbolic interactionism is the mind. The mind is the mental aspect of individuals which materializes from human interaction. It operates on three basic principles: meaning, language, and thought. The self is the conscious, contemplative personality of the individual. The self is the person we think about when we imagine who we are, and it is developed through role-playing. The two parts of the self are the I and the me. The I contains the spontaneous, unorganized inclinations of the self, while the me contains the structured set of outlooks, explanations, insights, and prospects. The looking glass self describes the process wherein we develop our sense of self based on how we believe others view us. Social interaction is the mirror that reflects how we look to another person. The generalized other describes our ability to understand the attitudes and viewpoints of others, to be able to act according to their expectations. There are three stages of developing the self. The first stage is called the preparatory stage. In this stage, children learn by imitating the behavior and gestures of other people. The second stage is called the play stage. During this stage, children act out social roles that they have observed in society. And the third stage is called the game stage, where children learn to relate with others by participating in organized activities. Symbolic interactionism has several strengths. It recognizes that people use symbols to communicate their thoughts and create meaning. It examines society by concentrating on subjective meanings that people impose on things, events, and actions. It proves that people respond to others based on their understanding of the situation. It explains that people behave based on what they perceive to be true, and not what is objectively true. It shows that society is a process by which people construct meanings and negotiate through interaction. As a micro-level analysis, it focuses on individuals rather than institutions. There are also several weaknesses recognized in symbolic interactionism. It shows a small-scale aspect of social life. It gives overemphasis on the individual. It neglects the big picture of society, and it downplays the role of social institutions in people's behavior. The individual is the most important variable in symbolic interactionism. The individual is the one who creates meaning out of symbols through interaction with society. The individual is also free to choose the self they wish to be according to the reality in which they believe themselves to be. The ideas discussed in this video are based on the content standards of the Department of Education. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.